Hello everybody, and welcome to Retro Brick Reviews, where today we'll be taking a look at the recently revealed LEGO Star Wars Summer 2018 Brickheads. There are two sets, both of which release in July of 2018, and the first of them is set number 41619, Darth Vader, with 104 pieces, and the second is set number 41620, Stormtrooper, with 124 pieces. Now, right off the bat, you might be thinking that these are sort of odd choices, like Vader, sure, but you'd think that they would choose someone like Luke or Leia before a Stormtrooper, right? Right? Well, I'll get more into that at the end of the video. But anyway, just by taking a look at these guys, just starting with Vader, he looks pretty great. I mean, his helmet is definitely a bit off shape-wise, but when you consider that the brickheads have to have that standard cube-styled head, I don't think you could get much better than this. Starting off with, like, the front of the face, I'm so glad that Vader doesn't have any just normal brickhead eyes and that they just went for the solid color. And I'm also glad that that's black and that they didn't go with trans red. I mean, overall, it helps him to maintain a more evil look, even in this very chibi style. The printed sort of 2x4 sloped piece above his eyes is really great and definitely helps to add the shape of the helmet. And I think it's a really cool idea to use that sort of 90, 45, 45 triangle piece for the mouth grill. I think that was a good use, and that has another really great print on it. I think the sides of the helmet are definitely, like, that should be a continuous slope, but overall, I mean, again, they couldn't have done much better with a brickhead, I don't think, and I also really like how there is actually a bit of a gap in between the helmet and the little side part. That's a nice touch. But yeah, I think the body of this guy is also pretty alright. We can't really see how his cape is built yet, but I'm guessing it'll probably be similar to other brickheads' capes. It looks good from this angle, though, so that's something. He has a couple of prints on his body. We have a 1x2x2 brick, which has the continuation of the sort of armor on the top, and as well as his control panel, and I think that's a nice print. Same with the 1x4 used for his belt. Pretty nice stuff. Obviously, his accessory is his red lightsaber, although interestingly, his other hand is pointed forwards, most likely to represent him, you know, choking someone. That's kind of what he does. But yeah, overall, this is a pretty great brickhead, and I'm definitely going to be picking it up when I see it. The other brickhead from this wave, though, I'm a bit more iffy on. The Imperial Stormtrooper. This guy, I'm not going to lie, looks a teensy bit off. It's definitely with the shape of the helmet. At first, I just got to start off by saying that this guy is way better than the Captain Phasma brickhead, and honestly, this guy is just really good in general. However, there is one major problem. The helmet, the front of the helmet. Just like with Phasma, except here it's not as bad, it's just something I should mention. You can see that here, just like with the Phasma brickhead, the helmet carries down below where the standard head mold goes, but I think that works a lot better here, since if you look at a Stormtrooper helmet, it does definitely carry down a bit. It has a dip at the end, so that's good. I like that. The thing is that I'm not a huge fan of the sloped piece that they printed the mouth and the chin onto, because simply put, that really, like, again, that's sort of how the slope works, but the problem there is that you have this slope going from the bottom, but then there's literally no slope for the rest of the helmet. Like, you have a bit of it at the top, but, like, there should be a continuous slope going from the eyes past the mouth, and then the downward slope that this entire piece represents should only start on the chin. So, like, the mouth should still be sloping up, and then we should just have this inward slope at the very bottom. I don't know, just look at a Stormtrooper helmet and you'll see what I mean. The eyes are nice, though. I think that this technique does it definitely makes a bit more sense than what they did on Phasma, and overall it does look better, definitely. But I mean, the rest of the helmet is fine besides the front. I really like what they did on the sides with those corner tiles, and also those printed 1x2 sloped pieces with the blue lines. Those are a nice touch. He has another print for his belt, which is a fine print. Nothing too detailed, but it works. And he also has a little build for his gun, because all of the Brickhead Star Wars figures have brick-built blasters, which I like. It helps to... Not only does it scale better, but it also lets them get in a bit more, detail with color on some of them. I mean, this is just a straight black blaster, but it still looks good. I like how they sort of make it seem like there might be a bit of a scope on top. That's pretty nice, and I also like just sort of the stacked studs design. It looks good. So overall, this guy's also pretty great. Don't know if I'll be picking him up, because A, the front of the helmet does sort of bother me, and B, because, I mean, like, again, this is just an Imperial Stormtrooper. Like, he doesn't have the iconicity to him as Darth Vader. Like, don't get me wrong, Stormtroopers are iconic, but a Stormtrooper isn't something you want to have on your shelf as much as you want to have Darth Vader on your shelf. But yeah. And again, a Stormtrooper is just kind of a weird choice. Like, why aren't we getting, like, Luke or Leia with this wave? Well, that's because it seems as though in October of this year, LEGO's releasing 4 more Star Wars Brickheads that we don't even have preliminary images of, much less official pictures. But it seems as though we'll be getting a set of Princess Leia for $10, a set with Luke and Yoda for $15. Obviously, Yoda will be one of the mini Brickheads. And then, interestingly, Boba Fett for $10. Now, I'm not entirely sure how this Boba will differ from the Comic-Con version, or if it will at all. And I mean, again, all we know is the names of these guys, but yeah. So I'm getting Darth Vader because I'm gonna pair him with Luke when he comes out. So yeah. Well, that's all I have to say about these two sets. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see all of you